and welcome to Jedi Indy Jones. One of the things that I am ecstatic to talk about is books, especially Star Wars books. And today, I want to talk about Delilah S. Dawson's book, Black Spire. Black Spire was fantastic. For one, it was not just a great book by Delilah S. Dawson, set in the backdrop of Galaxy's Edge, which, if you're familiar with the Disney parks, is that. It's set in that area. It's almost like a tour guide to the place, but it's done naturally, right? It's woven right into the plot, and it's not overused, and it's done tastefully. On top of that, it actually is kind of a sequel to Phasma, also by Delilah S. Dawson. It's a semi-sequel. I think Delilah does a great job of pulling in established canon, but then still weaving a story that is unique, something that's completely her own. Also, she creates these great characters like Vi Marati, which if you are familiar with the events of Phasma, you also know about Cardinal, my boy Cardinal here. He is also in this book. So, like I said, it just feels like a sequel, like it's just continuing a story, and yet not really. It's actually continuing a character arc, but involving them in a completely different story that has ties to some of the events that play out in the Disney park. And like I said, she much like, okay, so I also read this one, A Crash of Fate. This one's geared for a little bit more, maybe a younger audience. I think this is a YA book, and I think this is considered an adult novel. So there's that difference, and they both sort of give us a tour of Galaxy's Edge in a way, and both tastefully done. That being said, this one I loved. This one was great. This one I loved, and the situations that are in this book have cool, like, mystical ties. It's a little bit of everything that you love in Star Wars. It's that grouping together, that sense of family, that sense of taking stragglers and then giving them a cause. There's new characters introduced in this book that are great. I'm a sucker for droids, first of all. I love droids. And there's a great droid in this book. Oh, I can't give it away. His name is Pook, but he's awesome, right? And anyway, I can't say enough about what Delilah Dawson did here. I'm really hopeful to see another Vi Marati story or something. Both of these books tend to lead us to a precipice of resistance occupation in full blast, which is what you experience in the Disney park. What Delilah did was outstanding, gave us a great book. One of my favorite Star Wars books, I would say. It's up there in the pantheon of really, really great Star Wars books. I like them all, and I'm collecting them all, but this is one I can't wait to reread, especially with it butting up to Phasma. I just think these go great together, these three. And actually, I could probably think of a few more that could tie into these, but these three would probably be great together. So if you're looking for any great summer reads this year, if you love Star Wars and you're just trying to pick out a random canon book, I think it would work great. But if you're really in for a twofer, grab that Phasma book and stick that one right at the end of it, man. They're going to go great together. It's like a great recipe. Anyways, thank you for stopping in today. Welcome to my page. I hope to have more book reviews on here, and I'm hoping to eventually get some awesome gameplay on here related to Star Wars. Now, not everything on this channel is going to be limited to Star Wars and Indiana Jones, like I said. I'm hoping to have some good discussions, sort of podcast form eventually, and some more books. I want to talk about more books, and I want to talk about Star Wars news, and all that good stuff. So join me again, and we'll see you next time. Thank you. Well, that's all I have for today. Hit like and subscribe to see what else we have coming up in the future. And until then, may the Force be with you.